Hey everybody, how's it going? We got a little something different for you today here on MVP. We're actually going to be having, you may have heard of these guys already if you've been watching some of our videos. You may have heard of ShooWin. Well, today I have Melissa Hobley, who is the head of marketing at ShooWin. She's going to be talking with me just a little bit about what ShooWin is, why you guys should probably be excited about it, and all the awesome things that you can do with the app. But Melissa, thank you for joining me.
Mark, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
So I want to really quickly, because obviously, you know, the nature of YouTube, people come in and out all the time. So some people might not know anything about ShooWin. But what would you say, what's kind of the elevator pitch here, explanation for ShooWin?
Yeah. So the elevator pitch for ShooWin starts with it's become way too hard to get to a postseason game. Just way too hard. You have to be a multimillionaire and have a private jet and have access to those tickets. And so ShooWin was created by a bunch of real fans. I'm a Midwest girl. Sports are like in my blood. It's religion. And ShooWin is created to get people to the game at a better price. So the way that it works is you buy a team-based reservation way before we know who's going to a game. So this applies to postseason when it's a question mark of who's going to be up against who. And so you would say, okay, let's say you're a Notre Dame fan. I want to buy a reservation on Notre Dame because if Notre Dame makes it to the national championship, those tickets are going to be insane. You forget face value. So you'll buy a reservation to Notre Dame, and if Notre Dame makes it to the playoff, to the national championship, you get access to a face value ticket. So you still have to buy the face value ticket, but we've enabled you to lock in a price months and months and months before those tickets go on sale to the public.
Awesome, awesome. And I can pick any team I want. Is there any limits on who I can pick?
No, there's no limits. And in fact, you know, what we kind of love is some of the teams that may not, you know, I have a lot of family that went to IU. I don't know how, you know, the football team's not, I think they're ranked like, I was looking today, like 70. You know, they're not going to be great. But if you're a diehard Hoosiers fan, your reservation might be $5. So that's kind of fun to like, you're locking in a ticket at face value should IU make it. So you can buy it on any team. And what's really cool, Mark, too, is as the season goes on, you can trade or sell that reservation. So you might say, you know what, there's a sleeper team. I want to get some reservations. And you can sell those as the season progresses. Up until we know who's going to that game, you can sell those. And ShooWin's going to start with the National College Championships in a couple of weeks. In football, but we will offer all kinds of things on the platform down the road.
So it actually kind of, in a way, reminds me of the stock market, essentially.
Yes.
And especially in I can just see it right now where you'll have a big game. Let's just say, you know, it's Alabama and it's South Carolina, and South Carolina upsets Alabama, and everybody's just selling and trying to trade out of those tickets. With that being said, in that comparison to the stock market, is there a limit? You know, can everybody who wants to buy in on Alabama, or is it capped off somewhere?
That's a really, really good question. And it's limited. So we'll only sell as many reservations or options to Alabama as we can fulfill seats. So we'll never oversell what we don't have inventory for. So what will be kind of exciting and cool is you know, Alabama will probably sell very, very quickly on ShooWin because they've got a great team, they've got a great program, they've got another great team and program coming into, you know, the 2016-27 year. So those are going to go pretty quickly, and what you can do is you can buy the reservations off of someone else if they want to sell it. But we're limited in what we're going to sell you because we will never sell reservations that we can't 100% fulfill. There's like a total guarantee you're totally safe. You know, again, like we're real fans, and this is for other real fans to be able to get into the game.
And you definitely have an advantage then buying early in a way. You want to get that reservation early.
Yeah, you want to get it early. And, it's what's really fun is when you talk to folks like, I live in New York City, but I'm from the Midwest. I have a lot of friends who are Syracuse fans. They ended up spending $2,000, $3,000 to get to that game. And had they worked with ShooWin, they would have bought a reservation for $20 or $30 or $40. And Syracuse made it, they would have locked in a face value ticket. So they would have spent only a couple $100 on that ticket. The section, you're choosing the section. And I do want to point out, Mark, too, that if your team doesn't make it, you lose that reservation money. Like the way that this works is you are saying, okay, I'm going to say goodbye to this $20 if my team doesn't make it. But if they do make it, you've locked in that ticket.
So in a way, you're really putting your money where your mouth is for who you support.
That's right. You're putting your money where your mouth is. I like that. That's right.
So
exactly right.
I think a thing I would kind of wonder about is maybe a little bit of what the future is for ShooWin. Is it going to expand to, maybe the professional leagues? Is it going to be more than just like the final games? Maybe we'll get something in the Sweet 16 or something like that?
Yes, to all of that. What's really cool is we're a brand new company, and the response has been amazing. People won't believe this, but professional teams and leagues actually are also frustrated by the kind of current landscape of all the tickets go away really quickly, and then you see them on these secondary marketplaces for 4, 5, 6, 10 times the face value, and they're not reaping the rewards of that. The players don't get the money. The stadiums don't get the money. So the response has been amazing. We'll have a lot to bring to our fans. So you got to go to ShooWin.com/VIP because we're offering that to MVP listeners and sign up. And along the way, we're going to ask you, what are you interested in? And then so that we can tell you, hey, we've got the NBA Finals, we've got the Super Bowl, we've got Sweet 16, we've got the U.S. Open. I guess the bad thing for fans is this issue and problem exists across so many sports and entertainment. That's terrible for fans, but for us, the opportunity is, well, we've got to look at all those places to try to get more real fans to the game.
For sure. And it's going to be exciting. I think this season, especially in something like college football and college basketball, it's going to be very exciting to see the way the trading works for these and everything. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Melissa, we're really happy to have this kind of sponsorship partnership going on with ShooWin. Very exciting.
Mark, thank you so much for having me. We love that you guys are talking to real fans because that's exactly what we want to do. So thank you so much for having me and keep up the awesome work.
Thank you. And of course, to all of our fans, make sure you do head to ShooWin.com/VIP. Get that early access because like we were just talking about, it's going to go fast. So you definitely want to get that reservation in early.